Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And the Steelers were a fun story for some time as they had two quarterback retreads in Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, who were given up on by their former team, but they remained uh, one of the better teams in the league. Actually, were 10-3 through their first 13 games, but they lost their final four regular season games and were facing the formidable Boston Baltimore Ravens. Sorry, it's early. In the wild card round of the playoffs. Um, Ravens were favored by, I believe, 9.5, and they ended up winning 28-14 last night. Now, I made my picks against the spread 2 days ago. Took the Ravens -9.5. But if you were to ask me, just pick one team to win, one team you're certain is going to win during the wild card round of the playoffs, I would have picked the Ravens because the Steelers have just been non-competitive of late. Yes, they've played some good teams such as the Ravens and the Eagles and the Bengals, who didn't make the playoffs but ended the year very hot. But yes, they just haven't really looked anything close to what they had previously looked, especially once Russell Wilson returned from injury. We see Wilson's numbers weren't terrible: 20 of 29, 270, two touchdowns, 121.3 rating. Excellent. But you see QBR wasn't too fond of him. Both of his touchdown passes came when the score was either 21-0 or 28-7, so they were down three touchdowns both times. You see George Pickens, who is their wide receiver one. Of course, he's had his things that have frustrated the franchise, but anyhow, 5 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. Well, he talked to the media after the game. This is via Blitzberg on X. Let's take a listen at what he had to say.
George, you've been with this offense now for 3 years. Have you seen signs of growth, and how much more is this team still need to grow offensively?
Yeah, I seen signs of growth for sure. From past, the first year I've been here, just way more growth for sure.
Does that make you optimistic going forward?
Nah.
All right, so yes, you hear him say that. He's seen growth in the offense, but the follow up question: does that make you optimistic for what's to come? A simple one word answer used by George Pickens: nah. So Pickens, of course, has been a productive receiver in his 3 seasons in the league. You see, went over 1,000 yards last year. Would have had over 1,000 yards this year if he didn't miss 3 games. A guy who's had his issues with drops during his career, but he's still 23, or is he 24 now? Um, he is 23. He'll be 24 on March 4th. So entering next season, he'll be 24. But yes, George Pickens just, being completely blunt with his response. One word answer, but a powerful one word answer. What are your thoughts? Is George Pickens someone that the Steelers, do you think they should still deal with him? I mean, it was late this season where head coach Mike Tomlin said that Pickens needed to grow up. Numerous instances of being fined. Got into that altercation with the Cleveland Browns in that snow game. So yes, a lot of talent, but a guy who struggles to keep his head on right at times. Fined for some late hits, some face mask penalties. But George Pickens making it clear that he doesn't necessarily have a lot of confidence that in the offense in the future. Of course, both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are free agents. Um, Steelers draft pick isn't quite known yet. We got to see the rest of the wild card round results, but they should be picking anywhere from 19 to 22. So if they look to a quarterback, we know obviously Shador and Cam Ward are going to be off the board. That QB3, not really known. Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, we're not sure yet, but the last time the Steelers took a quarterback in the first round, that was Kenny Pickett, and we know his time with the team didn't go so well. But anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.